Selecting at the second overall position in last year's QB-heavy class, the New York Jets were in great position to reset their franchise and find themselves a signal caller who could lift them out of the depths of chaos and despair. With only Trevor Lawrence off the board, the Jets had their choice of the field, not including their mom's best friend, and opted to select Zach Wilson after a stellar junior season at BYU. Wilson helped lead the Cougars to an 11-1 record while posting an impressive 33-3 touchdown to interception ratio, leading BYU to the third most points per game in the FBS. The arm talent is mesmerizing, and the highs are high, but our worries from our college breakdown only compounded when studying his rookie season, and we're really not sure what to make of him as an NFL quarterback. But let's start where we always do, with the positives. Something we loved from Zach Wilson's college tape was his ability to decipher boundary reads. If you were giving him off coverage or showing solo on the outside, he was gonna roast you. This continued over to the NFL, regularly finding outbreakers when the defense played off, throwing with great rhythm and accuracy. Here it is against Miami. They are showing man with two backers up in the A-gap, but send the off backer on the blitz and roll back into a cover 3. Wilson is not fussed with all the disguise, noticing the soft coverage on the outside from the roll to cover 3, and zipping this in rhythm straight to Jamison Crowder. Rewind. Keep your eyes on Wilson's feet. Not rushed, not slow. 1, 2, 3, deliver. That's exactly what you want to see. And here it is again against the Pats. He's got clear solo coverage on the outside, and watch how he throws this with perfect timing again. It's off the 5th step this time for the deeper breaking route, and it's out before Moore has even gotten out of the cut. And once more here against Tennessee, the Titans pass off the motion trying to not show their man coverage, but Wilson reads it quickly, delivering off his 5th step again, leading the receiver out of the cut. Another strong facet of his game is the zip he can impart on the ball. Able to operate from any attachment, Wilson loses no strength when forced to throw off an angle. The right side of the line lets him down here, and Wilson does a nice job to find himself space outright. And pausing here on the throw, look at the angle he's throwing from, almost parallel to the turf. And here's a crazy angle to get off this screen pass. Nobody chips Vita Vea before releasing, and he gets right into Wilson's grill. Zach can't sidearm this and risk keeping it low in traffic, so goes with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook, getting this over the 6'4" Vea and right on time to his back. Nice patience by Ty Johnson here too. When he's out in space, something we also like was his willingness to set his feet when attempting the long bomb. So many young QBs believe they can just use all arm, but the margin for error is too small to do that consistently. Here against the Titans, the Jets are running a play-action flood concept, booting Wilson out to the far side of the field. Denico Autry can't avoid the chip, and Wilson has green grass ahead of him on the rollout, using the time to direct his man long, set his feet, and then launch a bomb to Corey Davis into the tightest of windows. Here it is from the end zone angle, and damn is that a pretty ball. While we're on the theme of movement, I think it's something we vastly underestimated in our college breakdown. He's got a knack for extending the play and creating opportunities that really don't look possible. And he's got the shiftiness to juke a free rusher and spin his way away from trouble. When you combine that with the arm angles, you got the potential for some spicy plays. The biggest weakness we see in Zach Wilson's game is his processing speed. He's just too damn slow. And honestly, it makes us think that he doesn't have it. This didn't seem like a case of the NFL feeling too fast for a rookie, but a continuation over from college where his lack of processing speed made us question his chances in the NFL. He's often several beats late on reads post-snap. He locks onto his first read far too often, and he loses all semblance of accuracy and decision-making if pressure arises. This play here against Houston shows it best. The Jets have an easy hitter combination here against the cover 4, with a post route from the tight end and then Berrios coming underneath on the slant. The middle linebacker has to drop to take away the post, leaving Braxton wide open underneath. Switching to the end zone angle, you can see Wilson get locked onto his tight end, leaving him a beat late to Berrios. Then, instead of just releasing, he waits another beat to confirm what he's seeing. This allows pressure to flash in the B gap, and Wilson commits the cardinal sin of quarterbacking, lowering his eyes to look at the rush, resulting in a late ball that's way off target and almost picked off. And honestly, this is light pressure for the NFL. Wilson invites the hit because of his lateness. The end still has 5 yards to make up. That's plenty of time to stay calm, set your feet, and lead Berrios on the catch and run. But hey, I'm just saying that from my couch. Here it is again against the Eagles. The Jets are running a sprint option inspired play action, holding the box with a fake run, and setting Wilson up on the half roll to the layered pick concept. The pick works and there's an easy immediate throw to the flat, but Wilson just doesn't throw it. He instead tries to reload to his second option, coming wide open in the back corner, but the lateness invites pressure and Wilson is off the mark to the wide open more. This doesn't have to be real pressure either. If you distract his eye line, he will drop his eyes from the secondary and become fixated on the rush. Here, he's gonna complete this trick play on the reload, but look at the wide open throw he turns down. The Jets are running a flea flicker off the end around, first handing off to Berrios on the orbit motion before having him throw back to Wilson, hoping to leave the Fins secondary scrambling. The trick play works beautifully, and the Miami defense leaves the crosser open right across the middle. Wilson lines up to throw, and then just holds the ball for an eternity. He actually does a great job to dodge and weave his way out of the pressure, and eventually does find his tight end. But honestly, it's inexcusable not to throw this the first time. There's nobody within 10 yards of him when he catches the throwback, and 2 guys wide open. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. His slow clock invites the pressure makes him more hesitant, and that just makes the clock even slower. Here's another snap against Houston where he misses 2 players who could potentially move the chains, and jitters his way into a sack. Pausing here, you can see Crowder's post route is dragging 51 to the middle, opening up the dig shot to Elijah Moore. And if he's late on this, he still has a great catch and run artist in Berrios underneath. Wilson stares straight at Moore, but never throws it, inviting the pressure off the edge into the play and forcing him to scramble. You gotta throw this away too, young QB. Can't be losing yards backed up. And here it is against the Eagles. He does a nice job to step up through the pocket, but instead of just flicking this to his running back for the easy yards, he takes his eyes off him to look at the rusher, slowing the drive down. And these pressures don't just result in sacks and inaccuracy, but horrendous decisions. This is a great called blitz here by Belichick against a rookie, bringing the pressure straight up the middle, but on a delay from the middle backer, allowing him to pick a gap and always hurry the youngster. With the backer in his grill, Wilson just straight forces this to Corey Davis on the hook route. This isn't open, and Wilson knows it isn't open, but the rush scrambles the processing. There's honestly like 10 more of these clips that we could run through here, like this sailed pass against the Eagles that resulted in a pick, or this rushed ball against the Pats that was so dangerous 2 different players could have picked it off. But we've still got one problem to discuss, and we value both our audience and our editor's time. The last problem, and something we know was driving Jets fans insane last season, was his inability to hit the flat with accuracy. This is a routine throw for all NFL quarterbacks, necessary to continue accumulating yards against good dropping defenses, and required to open up the screen game. The amount of these he sailed or shanked was frankly ridiculous for an NFL quarterback, struggling both under pressure and from a clean set position. Looks like somebody's gonna work on his fundamentals this offseason. This is probably the worst of them all. The Jets are driving in overtime against the Titans, and a touchdown will win them the game. They hurry up to the line, and their crossing concept gets Ryan Griffin wide open for the walk-in score, and Wilson, in a completely free pocket, just fires it at his feet. The Jets defense would keep out the Titans and hold on for the win, but it doesn't get much worse than missing the game-clinching touchdown. Now, pressure doesn't just arise from bad quarterbacking, and there's some blame to be shared with the unit tasked with keeping him upright. Zach Wilson missed a lot of protections and hesitated himself into a large amount of pressure, but the Jets' O-line routinely allowed their young signal caller to get bothered, giving up immediate pressure at far too high a frequency. The Jets did a nice job through the draft and free agency to try and address this issue, picking up Laken Tomlinson to help bolster the interior, as well as finding Wilson more weapons to work with, drafting Garrett Wilson with the 10th pick, Breece Hall in the 2nd round, and picking up CJ Uzomah in free agency. So the biggest pressure next season will be coming from the New York media. The roster is in much better shape than when he first arrived, and the expectations are mounting. Good QB play is what this roster needs if they're to start winning some games. For that to happen, Zach Wilson's clock has got to speed up. And that's the million-dollar question. Can a guy who's shown struggle processing defenses learn that at an NFL pace? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time to cover Trey Lance. Take care.